I think since we're kicking off Ironman VR 10, Ironman VR Championship Series, that is, as we saw in the news this week, is going to allow athletes to qualify for the Ironman 70.3 World Championships. Let's bring in the director of that series, Roch Frey. Roch, are you with us?
I am. Hello, everybody.
Well, Roch, how was your morning, or how has your day been so far? You probably were up at 3 a.m. doing some paddling, maybe a little bit of riding, all this good stuff, and some work, I have no doubt.
No, a little soft morning for me, so just watching the event going on, and then we'll squeeze in a workout later on today.
Awesome. Well, Didi kind of teased it, and we're going to show a video later, but tell us a little bit more about the development of the Ironman VR Championship Series. We want to hear more about this, Roch.
Sure. So, over the last 8 VR races, we've gathered a lot of information, and we've been able to put together a VR Championship Series, a 4-race series, 3 5150s, one 70.3 distance, so that people can actually compete. And there's going to be special rules and regulations to keep everything fair. And at the end of that, your top 2 5150s and your 70.3, you have to do that event. You'll get an accumulation of points, and we'll have a leaderboard. And then we will have some 70.3 World Championship 2020 qualifying spots on the line as well.
That's great. Okay. We've actually got a little video put together with some more information. So, you don't go anywhere. We're going to ask you some more questions, but let's take a look at that.
Hey folks, Nick here, and today I want to talk to you about the Ironman VR Championship Series. The Ironman VR Championship Series is a virtual age group competition for competitive triathletes. It provides athletes the opportunity to win Ironman 70.3 World Championship qualifying slots. And the series is designed to reward top-level athletes in a structured competitive environment. You're probably wondering how to get involved. The Ironman VR Championship Series is automatically open to athletes who subscribe to the Ironman Virtual Club and who have an Ironman VR racing history. To be eligible, you must have raced an Ironman VR 5150 or 70.3 distance race, or have raced in a real-world Ironman 70.3 or Ironman event. New Ironman Virtual Club members can complete Ironman VR9 or Ironman VR10 to be eligible for the series. The Ironman VR Championship Series is a 4-week-long competition in which aggregate performance will determine the winners. The Ironman VR Championship Series will replace the Challenger division, beginning with Ironman VR 10. The Ironman VR Classic division will remain unchanged. To compete in the Ironman VR Championship Series, you have the chance to race 3 5150 distance races and 1 required 70.3 distance race. For each Ironman VR Championship Series race, you must complete your run outside, not on a treadmill, on a course that does not feature a net elevation loss. And you must complete your bike on the Ruby platform on the course specified for that week in race mode, not training mode. All 3 segments must be completed within a 12-hour time frame during the 54-hour Ironman VR event period, and you need to complete the segments in the specified order: short run, bike, long run. Athletes can race every weekend. Your 2 past 5150 times will count, and your 70.3 time will count. Scoring is based upon placement within age group and gender. The top 50 athletes within each age group will be scored. Championship Series points will be posted 48 hours after the completion of each race. At the end of the 4-week period, the top 3-point performances for each athlete will be combined to produce a final result. The points received to be eligible for an Ironman 70.3 World Championship qualifying slot are different from the points that you receive within the Ironman Virtual Club website. These final Ironman VR Championship Series points will determine the Ironman 70.3 World Championship qualifying slots. Unclaimed Ironman 70.3 Championship slots will not roll down. So remember, you must complete your bike ride on that week's Ruby course in race mode, not training mode. The run segments must be completed outdoors, and the course must not feature a net elevation loss. All 3 segments must be completed within 12 hours in the specified order during the 54-hour window. Every athlete must complete the Ironman VR 70.3 distance race to complete the series, and athletes must adhere to the Ironman VR competition rules. These requirements are in place to create a fair and honorable race. For more details, head to the Ironman Virtual Club website. Happy training, and I'll see you out on course.
There you have it. As we come back to our race, and Roch Frey is going to give us a few more specifics. Thanks for that great video that explained it. But tell us about how we can get onto the start line of the World Championship. What's going on there? That's a pretty cool perk.
It definitely is. You know, we're going to have 100 spots for the series, and we will finalize the slot allocation very soon. But, you know, it's just giving everybody a chance to race during these crazy times. And we're trying to take out all the different variables. You know, that's why you have to race on the Ruby platform in race mode. We have a specified number of specific rear drive trainers, direct drive trainers, not wheel on, you know, that you have to use just to take out all the variables and make it as fair as possible. And then the running on the road, you know, no net elevation loss. Just keep it all as fair as possible.
And a couple of changes that our athletes who want to get a qualifying slot for the 70.3 World Championship need to be aware of. Whereas in the past, the athletes have been able to do the events in any order they choose. Now they have to do it within a very specific order and within a tighter window, a competition window within the overall VR weekend. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yeah, you have to do the shorter run, and then you have to do the bike, and then the longer run in that order over a 12-hour period from the time you start that first run until the time you finish that second run. So just keeping in, you know, the biggest thing in triathlon, you swim, you bike, you run. So we're just trying to keep that order, you know, especially with that run off the bike. That is so key.
Oh, that's a great idea. And is just what if you're kind of like, hey, I want to ride outdoors. I want to just do some other options. I'm not doing this. What are your options there for continuing to race?
We have and always will have the classic division, so that you can ride on a trainer or on the road, or you want to do the run on the treadmill. So there's still the regular option that everybody has to participate in VR racing that weekend. Just if you want to be in a more competitive environment, and if you're looking to try and get a qualifying slot for the 70.3 World Championships 2020, then you can actually do this championship series events.
Okay, so now you mentioned it is a series. It's 4 weeks of racing. Do I have to do all 4 races, or if I just have a couple of good weekends, I can let my points roll that way?
No, you don't have to do all 4. The only one you have to do to be eligible is the 70.3 distance, you know, on VR12. So you could just, you know, see how good you can do on that weekend, and you know, and just do one race. Or if you don't want to do the longest one, you could do all 3 5150s, you know, because in the end, we're going to take your top 2 5150 performances and your 70.3 performance points. And that's how we're going to finalize the leaderboard.
That's so good. And you talked about the time limit in the series. That's great. So very cool stuff. I think it's awesome. I love what you guys are doing, and it just takes it up a level. So we'll talk a lot more about that. But for now, Roch, we just want to say thanks for the update. We can't wait to follow all the age groupers as they jump in and battle it out for World Championship slots. Thanks so much.
Thank you.